I'm going to call the full board meeting to order. Please rise for silent prayer followed by the group pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to request the clerk call the roll.
MacArthur.
Here.
Weigel.
Here.
Holmes.
Here.
Simmons.
Here.
Stack.
Here.
Adams. Here. Wolf.
Here.
Collins.
Here.
Riley.
Happily present.
Eldridge. Here. Belsley.
Here.
Dvorak.
Here.
Livonia.
Here.
Martin. Mia.
Yeah.
Shemidas.
Here.
Musmet. Here. Calera.
Here.
Dudley.
Here.
Portland. Here. Morel.
Here.
Knott.
Here.
Skoda.
Present.
Full form.
Thank you.
Back to school. Nice.
I need a motion to pay the bill, accept the treasurer's
So
report,
moved.
file the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. All
Opposed. Deacon Martin, please.
right, hold on. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Who else? Randall and Randall and Meta.
So passes. Okay, we have, proclamations. First is proclamation. I'd like to have Ray Stats come up to read a proclamation. Cheryl?
I have Sheriff Kraft join me.
Okay, the Chairman's proclamation declaring the week of September 14th through September 20th, 2025 as Sheriff's Week in Columbia County. Whereas the office of the sheriff has been an integral part of the criminal justice system in New York State and Columbia County throughout our history, having been established in the state's first constitution in 1777 and continued in every succeeding constitution, and having been one of the constitutional offices guaranteed to the people upon the founding of our county. And whereas, despite changes in its function, status, powers during a long history, the office of the sheriff has maintained a continuous existence, preserved its distinguishing heritage, and continued to be an essential component of our criminal justice community. And whereas the office of the sheriff has evolved into a modern, professional, full-service law enforcement agency manned by fully trained police officers and correctional officers using state-of-the-art technology, applying the latest and most advanced theories and practices in the fields of law enforcement and corrections. And whereas the office of the sheriff is unique, the community and duties of the office go far beyond the traditional role of keeper of the peace and extend into many facets of public service beyond law enforcement and corrections, to include providing security in our courts, dispatching emergency services, and handling civil process for our courts. And whereas, as a constitutionally empowered office directly responsible to the people, the ancient office of the sheriff remains even today responsive and accountable to the people it serves. And whereas it is fitting to celebrate the historical contribution to the office of the sheriff and the significant role that the sheriff played in our modern criminal justice system. Now therefore be it resolved that we, the Columbia County Board of Supervisors, do recognize the important services provided by the citizens of this county, provided to the citizens of the county by Sheriff Donald J. Kraft and the members of the Sheriff's Office, and do hereby proclaim September 14th to September 20th, 2025 as Sheriff's Week in Columbia County. Given under my hand and privy seal of the County Columbia Board of Supervisors Chambers, New York, this day, 10th day of September 2025, sign that B. Morel, Chairman of the Board of Supervisors. There you go, sir. Thank you, sir.
Just want to thank the board, the chairman, and all of you who are here today. The sheriff's office has played an integral part of Columbia County since 1772 with the appointment of the first sheriff, Sheriff Livingston. The first law enforcement officer killed in the United States of America was here in Columbia County in 1792. Sheriff Underwood killed in the line of duty while executing a written eviction. Our first elected sheriff said in 1822, Sheriff Hudson started this electoral process with a 3-year term, and now to this day, 2025, we continue that electoral process, a 4-year term. It's an honor to serve Columbia County. It's an honor to have served Columbia County for the last 4 years. And moving into retirement, I will take this proclamation, and I'm probably going to take it with me. So, and thank you all. This is a great representation for the men and women of Sheriff's Office. They work hard every day protecting and serving everyone here in Columbia County. Thank you again.
Next, I'd like to have Supervisor Collins come up for the purpose of reading a proclamation.
Is anybody here from the food bank?
Mr. Eric Wahlberg able to attend? Because he too would have found it ironic that I've been tasked with this recitation, given that I have no insecurity around a dinner plate. But all kidding aside, I think everyone who has a food bank or a pantry or even a free store knows that there's a significant amount of need in our county. And no matter how the veneer of polished real estate advertisements go, we have a lot of people that need help in our area. So I'm very proud to read this proclamation. The County of Columbia proclamation recognizing Regional Food Bank and Hunger Action Month. Whereas Regional Food Bank has been faithfully feeding our neighbors in need since 1983 and serves 23 counties across New York State, from the lower Hudson Valley to the Canadian border, including Columbia County. Is this too loud? That's good? All right. Whereas a recent national study conducted by Feeding America shows that 12.2% of adults and 15.4% of children within the Regional Food Bank service area struggle with food insecurity. Whereas Regional Food Bank collaborates with more than 1,000 partner agencies to supply and support neighbors and local communities and serves more than 355,000 meals per month to those in need. Whereas Regional Food Bank relies on the generous support of volunteers, with 24,000 individuals donating over 60,000 hours of service last year, the equivalent of 329 full-time workers. Whereas Regional Food Bank works closely with local leaders in the business community to raise the funds needed to address this expanding need and provides essential programs such as the Summer Backpack Program, Food as Medicine, and mobile pantries to ensure access to fresh, nutritious fruits, vegetables, proteins, and dairy products. And whereas in Columbia County specifically, 12% of residents struggle with food insecurity. And whereas in 2024, with the support of many local agencies, the Regional Food Bank provided more than 1.5 million pounds of food and 1.2 million meals to residents of Columbia County. And whereas despite these efforts, the meal gap in Columbia County remains more than 1.3 million meals this year, underscoring the ongoing need to work together to end hunger. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Columbia County Board of Supervisors hereby recognizes the extraordinary impact of the Regional Food Bank and its partners and proclaims September 2025 as Hunger Action Month in Columbia County, encouraging all residents to join in the effort to end hunger by raising awareness, volunteering, and supporting local hunger relief initiatives. Given under the chairman's hand and the privy seal of the County of Columbia and the Supervisors Chambers in Hudson, New York, this 10th day of September 2025, Matthew Morrell, Chairman, Columbia County Board of Supervisors. So thank you to the Regional Food Bank and everyone who participates in all the initiatives. And while I have the microphone, Mr. Chairman, I would like to commend Nina Benvenuto, who will be talking later this evening, Director of our Office of the Aging, for a job well done at today's senior event at the Columbia County Fairgrounds. So thank you very much. I'll have the microphone no longer.
I'd like to have Supervisor Helsley come up for the purpose of the reading of proclamation. for September 11th.
I have a big mouth, so I'm gonna stand way back here. County of Columbia proclamation. Whereas on September 11th, 2001, our nation endured one of the darkest days in its history when terrorists carried out the attacks in New York City, at the Pentagon, and in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, taking the lives of nearly 3,000 innocent men, women, and children. And whereas the tragic events on that day left an indelible mark on our nation, forever reminding us of the fragility of freedom, the strength of unity, and the enduring courage of American spirit. And whereas we remember and honor the victims who lost their lives and extend the deepest sympathies to the families whose loved ones were taken too soon. And whereas we pay tribute to heroic first responders, firefighters, police officers, emergency medical personnel, and ordinary citizens who answered the call of duty with extraordinary bravery, making many of the ultimate sacrifice in service to others. And whereas September 11th has since become a national day of service and remembrance, inspiring Americans to unite, to reflect, and to recommit themselves to the ideals of freedom, democracy, and community service. And whereas Columbia County stands together with all Americans to honor the memory of those we lost, to express gratitude to the heroes of that day, and to reaffirm our pledge to never forget. Now therefore be it resolved that the Columbia County Board of Supervisors does hereby proclaim September 11th, 2025 as Patriot Day and National Day of Remembrance in Columbia County, and urges all residents to observe this day with solemn reflection, remembrance, and acts of service that strengthen our community and our nation. Given under my hand and the Privy Seal of the County of Columbia at the Supervisors Chambers in Hudson, New York, this 10th day of September 2025. Matt D. Morrell, Chairman, Columbia Board of Supervisors. I'd like to announce in Germantown, I'm sure there's other towns do as well. Tomorrow morning, we will be having a ceremony. Everybody's welcome. The ceremony starts at 8:46 a.m. and sit together by 8:30 if you'd like to attend. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor. Okay, could I have Supervisor Lagonia come up for the purposes of presenting a plaque and supervisor, or not supervisor, I'm sorry, I just promoted you out. Sean Lopez, could you come up?
That's next.
If you're standing, I'd like you to come up too, you're welcome to come up.
Don't rush.
So I had the privilege of working with Rob, and I will say that it was a privilege. I think Rob was a tremendous asset to our county, and I know we have a fantastic team here that I think does an amazing job. So I'm very happy to present this. The Columbia County Board of Supervisors recognizes Robert C. Lopez for your 36 years of service to the residents of Columbia County and for serving as the Director of 911 from 2006 to 2025. Your efforts and dedication to the county is truly appreciated. Presented September 10th, 2025 at the Board of Supervisors Full Board meeting.
I couldn't have done it without the support of the Board of Supervisors and the support of the 911 employees. Thank you very much. It means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to have Director Benvenuto of the Office of the Aging come up for the purposes of a presentation.
Hello, everyone. For those of you I haven't met, had the pleasure of meeting one-on-one met, I'm Nikki Bethany, I'm the OFA administrator. I'm going to keep this very brief because as Supervisor Collins mentioned, we had our senior day event this morning and I can't feel my legs. I am so tired. I don't know what I'm saying. So I typed up a bunch of things for everybody here. A couple months back, I put through a resolution for a town-based senior population needs survey. And you all passed it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I was banking on some money coming from NYSOPA, New York State Office for the Aging, to help us print some really fancy postcards, very similar to the flyer that I made. I had it was beautiful. It's ready to go. Didn't get the money in time from the state. So we're going to go to Plan C, and that's teamwork. Right? Teamwork makes the dream work, hopefully. So what I'm asking of you all today is I put flyers out on everyone's spaces. There's some business cards. There should also be digital versions of this as well. And then I can supply anything else you might need to make this happen. I'm hoping everyone here can just integrate some information about this survey, either the QR code, the flyer itself, those little business cards out in your town halls. If you could put it onto your websites, if you could put it into your newsletters, if you could shout it from the rooftops, if you could, that'd be awesome. Any way we could get this out to folks age 60 or older. We're looking to find, information about what the needs are. I mean, we have a pretty good idea, I think, about what the big needs are. But this survey, I want to say it's about 15 pages or so. It goes into several very important areas. It kind of breaks down, gets a little more details. And what's really fun is that we've worked with the Columbia Green Community College. This is what I mean. That's why I wrote it down. Just read, it's all right there for you on that beautiful piece of paper. We worked with Columbia Green Community College. So once the results all come back in, we will be able to have countywide data, but it'll also be broken out into town specific data. So everyone will have a nice snapshot of their aging population within their town, which I think is really special. So because I don't know what else is going to come out of my mouth, I'm going to wrap it up here. Yes.
Nita, do we get the digital versions already? I missed it, or are they coming?
I sent digital versions to Kelly. Did they go out yet, or will they go out? Okay, they will go out after tonight.
Just want to make sure I didn't miss it.
It will be a copy of that flyer. It will be a copy of those business cards that I printed out for you. It'll be the QR code that I typed up. That might be separate, but I can send it if you'd like it.
How hard of a deadline is the October 10th deadline? Could we do a printed newsletter that goes out to everyone with this that it puts November 1st? Or is it going to not be available after October 10th?
It could still be available. That October 10th deadline comes into play when working with the college because they have, they're doing this at no cost to us. So we wanted to make sure we weren't going to give them extra work throughout the semester, I think is the way I'll get it there. So we're saying October 10th. There may be a possibility that we could make it longer. Perfect. There also may be a way, and I can talk to the college actually, there may be a way if there are surveys kind of trickling in after the fact that we could funnel the information, if they kind of show me the system that they're using. I plan to put it out in our newsletter. There were almost 400 people at senior day today, and everyone had an opportunity to submit a survey. I almost said resume. They could have given me their resumes too. I would have read them. But so we had a bunch of people do surveys today. I know that, I think actually someone from New Lebanon was talking to me about, was it Mary Young? And then I know Jay Aronson out in Canaan has been doing a bunch of stuff. Celine and Susan out in Taconic from our advisory council have been pushing out a bunch of stuff. So I know it's getting out there. I know a lot of people are doing it. It takes maybe 10 minutes to complete. If anyone has, it's also written all down on here. If anyone has questions, would like a paper copy, they can come to our office. We can help them complete the survey. Advisory council members are also planning to go out to the local libraries and assist as needed, as requested. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank you, Nina.
I'm gonna go take a nap. Thank you.
I'd like to request the clerk read the resolutions.
Resolution 264, 2025, and 285, 2025 by Supervisor Collins.
Mr. Chairman, I offer these resolutions for adoption.
Second motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 286 of 2025 to 300 of 2025 by Supervisor Knott.
Roger that.
Mr. Chairman, I offer these resolutions for adoption.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Do any supervisors have any business to bring to the board? That?
Mr. Chairman, just a quick interjection, just to remind everyone of the household hazardous waste this weekend. It's a heck of a service put on by our solid waste department. Make sure things like that don't get in the water table or alongside the road. So please get your constituents to get their hazmat to Grandinetti Drive. Thank you. 8 to 12 p.m., 50 Grandinetti Drive.
Any supervisors? Okay, with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
You second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you.